Hello friends, myself Raj Ubra. Today we are discuss on managing employee motivation and morale. Now, I am taking a small portion of this chapter like employee motivation, characteristics of motivation, job enrichment, its advantage, limitation and characteristics. Let's start. First topic is meaning of motivation. First point, motivation is the sum total of all the necessary efforts means towards the satisfaction and accomplishment of goals. Motivation is nothing but the put all the efforts like method, experience, techniques, skills and knowledge for the higher level of satisfaction and achieving the goal. Next point, motivation is a strategy that is meant to extract work from the subordinates by the manager. Motivation is a such kind of a method and strategy that managers are giving work to subordinates and taking follow to that work and to be helpful for achieving the task. Next point is definitions of motivation. From the viewpoint of Mr. Virgil K. Rowland, motivation is an activity of stimulating employees to perform the work as per the desire of the management. Means motivation is nothing but the according to the management desire or anxiety, management pushing up the employees to increasing work efficiency, achieving goal and task. It's called motivation. Next definition is from the viewpoint of Zusius. Motivation is an activity directed to stimulate others or oneself towards performing and accomplishing one task. Motivation is by the other people means outside of organization or inside people of organization or by self to create eagerness for accomplishing the task and better performance. It's called motivation. Next main point is concept of motivation. There are four elements in concept of motivation: need, depression, behavior induced motivation and satisfaction. The basis of motivation is need. Individual puts in effort to satisfy the needs. Needs are at the basis of motivation. As per the diagram, due to deprivation of need, there is a psychological tension, dissatisfaction which arises as a result. If the proportionate desire is extensive, then individuals have a strong urge to satisfy needs. The needs of the employee are satisfied through their efforts, then their moral and enthusiasm level remain high. Successful managers provide motivation to the employees. They try to satisfy their needs and thus provide them with the desired level of motivation. The next point is employee motivation. There are a different form of motivation like order basis, direction basis and motivation basis. First one is a order basis. In order basis motivation include that power and authority divided by the owner on order basis in the organization, in that employees are sacrifice their interests, dislike, likes, etc. If in the organization the order do not follow by the employee, he or she may be face demotion or transfer. Second one is direction basis. On this basis, the manager provide proper direction to their subordinate. Guidance and direction provided when the allocating of task, duty and responsibility. Managers do not use their power when he or she guide or directing other employee. Third one is motivation basis. Here the managers behave kindly with the employee and subordinates. Managers are adopting the friendly approach towards employee to give them proper suggestion, direction and motivation to increase work efficiency and achieving goal. Next main point is characteristics of motivation. there are many characteristics of motivation. First one is need is the basis of motivation. Man is a flexible and dynamic animal. Without the need, they cannot survive. Our needs and desire are unlimited. Motivation is totally based on which kind of our need. Second characteristic, motivation is our various type. Every employee feel that they are achieving with the help of effort, recognition for work, internal satisfaction, ideal work condition, high level efficiency, etc. These are many forms of motivation. Next one is motivation is fluctuating. Motivation is totally based on which kind of our activity doing, and it will changes according to the needs and desire. Today, the motivation which may be presented may not be by the same tomorrow. Next characteristic is motivation keep changing. Level of motivation is not same in the every situation or an activity. It is based on time and condition. This is because the motivator, incentive, needs won't keep changing. Next one is motivation has a wide scope. Area and the scope of motivation is very vast. Different word signifies the vastness of motivation. Some employees are work for earning, some for fulfill their need and desire, and some are for learn something. Next is lack of motivation is depression. When the need of employees are unsatisfied, then employees feels psychologically depressed. He become a burden on the management, and many factors are affecting on unsatisfied need. Last point of characteristic of motivation is different people have a different need level. Day by day, the needs and desire will increase and changing. So, to satisfying the need and desire, motivation is must, and it also changing according to the human needs and desire. Next main topic is job enrichment. First one is concept. The concept of job enrichment has been derived from Husberg two-factor theory of motivation. This concept or theory has came from Husberg two-factor theory, theory X and theory Y of motivation. Second one is job enrichment is concerned with the designing job that includes a greater variety of work content. Job enrichment is connected with the job designing of organization, and in that there are many kind of working posts and tasks available. Job enrichment implies increasing the content of a job or the deliberating upgrading of responsibility, scope and challenging of work. Job enrichment means upgrading the post of job and also increase the responsibility, scope, work efficiency, decision capacity according to the job. Next point is definition of job enrichment. Job enrichment is a common motivational technique used by organizations to give an employee greater satisfaction in this work. It means give an employee additional responsibility previously for his manager or other higher ranking position. Job enrichment means this is a simple and easy motivational method, and this is used by each and every organization for giving them best satisfaction and fulfill their needs and desire. It means increase in position of job according to the position of job, also increase in responsibility, work efficiency, goals, scope and challenges of work. That's called job enrichment. Next main topic is characteristics of job enrichment. First characteristic, it changes the relationship between employee and their work. Interesting and challenging work proves to be the source of more employees' satisfaction. In that challenging work assigned to the employee and making a bond between employee and work. According to the work, they will get satisfaction when it will be successful achieved. Second one is it helps to change the attitude of employees positively. feeling of autonomy and personal freedom helps employees view their jobs in favorable way. With the help of job enrichment, employees are changing attitude positively to his work and also give them freedom, training, positive environment and cooperation. They all are looking his job in a different way, means positively. Next characteristic is it helps employer even to bring out organizational changes easily and securing employee cooperation. With the use of it, organization can easily make changes in department wise or level wise and also increase cooperation and reduce the conflict between each other. Last one is it helps to lift their morale and individuals are encouraged to grow and push themselves. Through job enrichment, employees are increased in working efficiency, responsibility, skill, and knowledge with the help of them achieving goal. Next main topic is measures undertaken for job enrichment. In first, organization give more freedom to worker in deciding about work method, fees, and sequences. To giving some relaxation to their employees in working technique, better environment, cooperation, and work stress, so organization and employee can easily measure of it. Next one is organization increase responsibility of job holder. With the measuring of job engagement, organization can increase the responsibility according to the job position, working style, skill, and attitude towards to the work. Next is it encourages participation. Job engagement is increasing in the participating and involvement in the various activity of organization, and with the help of it, measuring them how much encourage need to be fulfill their needs and desire. Next is organization helps to provide feedback to the worker. It is necessary for each and every organization to give information and feedback to their employees. So employees are knowing about the real situation about the organization in the market and also decide the future in organization. Next is organization makes the worker understand how tasks contribute to a finished product of the enterprise. Organization using some technique for employee to understanding the finished product of the organization and also giving information about various kind of the tasks to contribute among them. Next main topic is advantage of job enrichment. There are many advantages of job enrichment. First one, it helps to make work interesting for the employees. With the help of job enrichment, employees are knowing and aware about how much they are like their job and how much they are having interest in his work. Second one, it provides motivation through opportunity for growth and advancement. Job enrichment is an opportunity and motivational tool for the growth, development, and fulfill their need and desire of employee. Next one, it decreases the rate of absenteeism and labor turnover. In job enrichment, employee can reducing the rate of absenteeism and labor turnover because superior and employer are having a more responsibility, making better environment, cooperation, and reduce conflicts. Next one is employees get higher job satisfaction, leading to greater productivity. With the help of job enrichment, employee gets a more responsibility according to the job and also gets full satisfaction towards to the productivity, needs and desire of employee. Next is due to higher job satisfaction of employee, organization is benefited quantitatively and qualitatively because organization get more standard employee and employees get full satisfaction on need and desire and also get appreciation from organization. Next main topic is limitations of job enrichment. First, use of technology may make the job enrichment rigid. It is not possible when specialized machinery is used. Technology is changed day by day and many modern technology come in the market. to give special training to employees each and every time. So it is not possible, and that's why technology make job enrichment rigid. Second limitation is at times it proves to be costly affair and all the units may not be able to afford it. At unspecific time, job enrichment prove costly because organization not having too much financial reserve, and on the basis of that department cannot afford it. Next is jobs which involve highly skilled professionals are challenging in itself, but employees may not be efficient enough because lower level employees are not having that kind of skill, idea, knowledge, technique, etc. So, when the senior manager working style, decision pattern, and method are different than his lower level. Next one is all the employee may not be interested in job enrichment because all the employees are not same and taking too much risk, pressure, responsibility and authority, and some employees are not having enough capability which is having in a perfect employee or a manager. The last limitation of job enrichment is all those who prefer job enrichment may not have requisite capability to meet the new challenges. When some employees prefer job enrichment, they are not accepting challenging because of fear of many things, and they all are working in a stable or stereotype environment in the organization. Next main topic is techniques of job enrichment. There are many techniques of job enrichment. First one is add new tasks to the job for increasing the scope of the job. To giving a new task to employees for increasing the level of job and also increasing in skill, capability, working pattern, decision making, cooperation, reduce stress and pressure. Next technique is assign a natural work unit to an employee. To having a natural work unit in organization, and organization give them freedom to doing his work by his own way and method because employees are having his own skill. Next one is allow employee to set his own standard of performance. Do not interfere when employees are having his own standard in organization because employees are truly aware about the need, desire, satisfaction and level of pride. So make them his own standard. Next one is minimize the control to provide freedom to the employees. To reducing the control is necessary because increase in cooperation, skill, knowledge and working efficiency and also decrease in stress, pressure, conflicts between employee, etc. Next one is make an employee directly responsible for his performance. Sometimes employees are taking responsibility for his work each and every time. Do not blame on manager because responsibility is learning. Much more think regarding work in the organization. So it's better to taking responsibility about work. Next is encourage participation of employee in deciding organization goal and policy. Each and every time encourage employee in the organization because employee needs some motivation to set the goal and policy, and with the help of them they can get the satisfaction, so it is necessary for it. Last one is introducing new difficult and creative tasks to the employee for development of ourselves. Accepting the challenging of new creative and difficult tasks and prove it. With the use of it, develop skill, better decision making, knowledge, working efficiency, etc. Thank you.